All right, here we go. So how are we doing today, Nick?
What up? We just watched the movie.
We did watch the movie, indeed.
A really weird movie.
So hello, guys. How are we all doing today? This is the first episode of the JeikuFilms podcast, where we will be reviewing a movie once a week, and we'll be talking about it with a special guest. My name is Jake Davila, and I'm here with...
I'm Nick Mantuano. I make movies and clothes and stuff like that.
All descriptions will be below on the Spotify channel, and follow me on Instagram at Jeiku2077. So today we're going to be talking about a movie called Godzilla vs. HEDORAH, 1971. I'm getting my friend into Godzilla.
I've never seen any of the Godzilla movies before this, so I was excited.
Yeah, and it's going off pretty well so far. He has watched 3 total now.
Interesting start.
Interesting start indeed.
Goofiest movies.
Yes. He's more on the goofy side, but I'm going to slowly get him into the cooler side later. Nothing wrong with these movies.
I don't know, man.
But the one we just watched is very, very interesting.
Well, the reason I wanted to watch that one is because I heard how, funky it was, and I'm, such a sucker for that, corny shit and, like kaiju movies and stuff like that. So I was like, I gotta check this one out. And it's, it takes place in the 70s. It's really trippy. There's, we're about to get into it, but, yeah, it was weird.
Yeah, we got a lot to point out later, but, we'll talk about ratings later.
Yeah.
Because I'm assuming you already have your rating.
We'll rate it at the end,
yeah,
but...
We'll talk about it. It's good to watch this movie with someone.
Yeah, definitely. This is definitely a buddy movie.
Because...
Preferably if you have, any hard drugs around. This movie probably makes a little bit more sense than if...
I can see this being really good in the 70s.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. This was a huge exploitation.
Psychedelics in this movie. You would be on drugs watching this movie.
This was a huge exploitation of,
I'll say the effects.
70s psychedelics.
Yeah. Yes. Some of the effects are pretty interesting. There's a lot of...
1971, they're hit or miss.
Yes.
But, some of them were pretty good. A lot of the composition shots looked pretty convincing.
I thought a lot of it was good. Except for the one background shot that we saw that the lighting was not...
Oh, yeah. There was one
way too lit, and
composition shot
and the
where...
floor was way too dark, and then the top was just way too bright.
The lighting just didn't match at all. It was horrible.
But at the end of the day, it's okay. We're expecting this to happen in these types of movies.
1971.
But yeah, we got some facts that we wrote down. Well, not facts, but we have some stuff that we wrote down.
Into the notes.
Yeah, we'll be jumping into the notes right now. But this movie is directed... If I pronounce his name wrong, I'm sorry. This movie is directed by Yoshimitsu Bani. Bana.
Yoshi. I don't know. We're white. I don't know, man.
Yeah, we're going to be trying our best. And I'll let Nick read the first one.
So, yeah, we took some notes here. We got... Oh, Smog Monster sounds like Scooby-Doo villain. It does.
Smog Monster indeed sounds like a Scooby-Doo villain.
Sounds like a Scooby-Doo villain. He looks like a Scooby-Doo villain. There's Scooby-Doo written all over this movie. Let me tell you.
We were also pointing out how... I pointed out how the music, Godzilla's theme, when he just came in, his first shot in the background.
Yeah, the Godzilla theme music in this is
was not a fan of that.
I personally love
specific music for him. He's come a long way.
If there's any way we could stick it into this part of the podcast, we should figure it out.
I'll try to edit that.
But
this is 1971. The original came out in 1954. The music has changed.
Yeah, it's changed. It's Nick, definitely lighter hearted.
I think the next movie me and Nick will probably watch is that one.
Probably the first one.
I'll watch the King of Monsters movie. I'm gonna watch the American cut. I've never watched the American version.
Yeah, I don't like reading, so.
And he read a little bit in this movie, but it's fun at the end of the day.
But yeah, dude, there's a bunch of weird animation segments in this, 2D drawn animation segments,
and they were just so random.
Out of nowhere.
The news in this movie is just showing that, and it's the way it's shown. It's just.
The characters are watching the news and it's explaining what the smog monster does, but it's in this weird yellow submarine looking trippy cartoon. I don't know.
Yeah, Nick talked about this.
Yeah, the animation style is identical to the Beatles' Yellow Submarine. So 70s drugs, you know.
Probably. it was indeed interesting, and
yeah,
I didn't think it was horrible. It reminded me a lot about Hanna-Barbera shows.
Yeah, it was definitely... Well, we compared it to Scooby-Doo, but,
yes.
Hanna-Barbera in general. There was such a cheesy,
I still think this would fit pretty well. I don't think you would really notice it if that animation style was in a Scooby-Doo episode.
Oh, no. Dude, it was like a copy of the Tar Monster from Scooby-Doo.
Yeah, someone got fired and went to Toho.
Yeah.
And just said, hey.
Someone from Hanna-Barbera got fired and said, I'm moving to Japan.
Because you pointed it out. Scooby came out, 69?
69,
and this came out 71. So someone indeed got fired and came over here. If I'm right, guys, just let me know below.
He said, I quit. I'm going to Japan, and I'm bringing my tar monster.
Let's talk about the human characters, if you don't mind.
Yeah, I forgot there's those.
No, there is a little thing that's going on with these movies. A lot of
There's
these
the
movies.
professor guy, who's like the main character, who does like all the science stuff or whatever.
A lot of he's not great. He has the actor who played him has an easy role for my opinion.
I mean,
he just laid down the majority of the movie.
Yeah, dude, half the movie he was incapacitated.
He was just laying down. Yes, I know he has half of his face burned off, but like that, all the actor's been doing is just sitting down. The kid even got his hand burnt, but he's still moving around.
Dude, wait, this movie was actually kind of like not dark, but like just a little unsettling at points.
Kids movie, by the way, guys. It's rated G.
This is like a rated G Scooby-Doo looking movie, but there's like so much like drug references and like.
I wasn't kidding when I said the rating system is just a load of.
Yeah, it was a load of shit back then.
Yeah, the rating systems did not matter. It was.
There was so speaking of the kid, there's one scene where the little kid is like, he's sitting on the beach and like he sees something coming up in the water and it's the smog monster. And like he kind of like he like jumps out of the water and like he looks like a stingray. He like jumps out of the water and like pounces like a flying squirrel at the kid. But the kid's got like a knife and kind of just holds it up while he goes over him.
Yeah, and he just slices.
He like fillets the smog monster.
No shit comes out.
Dude, it's hilarious.
I was expecting him to poop on the kid.
Yeah, like I guess that was supposed to be a jump scare
Speaking
for 1971,
about the kid, them shorts.
Yeah, wait, dude.
The shorts back in the day are quite insane.
The 70s was a time, but like the shorts.
The shorts, and it wasn't even the kid that was just wearing it. There was a couple people wearing
everybody
shorts.
Everybody in the 70s, dude. Like they're basically wearing
They
underwear.
were not shy about their legs.
They were not, dude. And they were like shaved.
Men are shaving their legs, all right.
Men shaving their legs.
In the 70s?
I mean, we keep comparing it to Scooby-Doo. If anybody shaves their legs.
I don't got hairy legs or anything. My cousin has like some. If
anyone
thought he was Bigfoot.
That's crazy. I wonder if he's about to listen to this.
He's a hairy guy. He probably will listen to this, and I'll tell him about it. I'll call him up.
All right, so the next movie we're going to review is Godzilla vs. Kong, and we're going to have his cousin.
Which one, the original or the new one?
The original one.
The original. I can't say how we'll watch it.
We'll watch it.
But we'll
figure it out.
We will figure it out.
Legally,
of course. But
or not.
King Kong vs. Godzilla is the title of the movie.
Anyway, back to the smog monster.
Yes, this is Smog Monster, which they go by two names. They don't call him Smog Monster in this movie, but the American title is called Godzilla vs. the Smog Monster.
Yeah, I guess this character's name is HEDORAH. Or HEDORAH or something.
They call it by both, but
anyway.
But at the end of the day, this is the Japanese cut. This is not the American dub version, which will sound probably awful. But like I told you, I don't really watch these movies in dub.
Yeah, I mean, I don't feel like reading.
I get it. It's a lot of people's thing. But back to the human characters. Usually these guys are hit or misses.
I mean,
the first movie had great human characters, but this movie, it drags.
I mean, there's a guy, there's a girl, and there's a kid. You've seen all of these things before in a Godzilla movie.
That's all you need to know, right there.
Anyway, now, talking about some more humans, the club scenes.
The club scene, yes.
Dude, that was wild.
Poor cat.
Yeah, oh my god. So there's a scene where...
I'll let him talk about the scene first.
Dude, there's a scene in this nightclub where the smog monster's like, he comes down the stairs and it's like, all the goo is like rolling down the stairs and like covering the floor and everyone's like, ah! But like, he doesn't want, like, the smog monster lives off of like fumes or whatever. Yeah. Like, he doesn't eat people, so he, like, sees all the people, and then he just dips, like, goes back up the stairs. But he, like, leaves a trail of goo, obviously, and there's this cat.
And there's this random cat that's on the stairs.
I guess got run over by him on the way out.
And you hear him cry. Like, they actually put something on the cat.
This is, like, a real cat that they covered in shit. It's like, Jesus Christ.
And I feel bad.
I know, it's sad, dude.
Hopefully the cat was well after that.
Yeah.
Not like the other animals. Them fish are probably dead.
Dude, there's so many dead fish in this movie.
One of the first scenes we see in the professor's house is like a bunch of tubes with these fish in it, the carcasses. You can see skeletons in the half fish.
And it's like, even if they just like
deteriorate,
ordered like dead fish, I think you can do that. But like, there was multiple scenes where like, to show like emphasis on pollution, where like there was
fish
just
tank
like
scene.
Yeah, literally there was just like they were killing hella fish on set of this movie.
And when we were watching this movie, before we watched this movie, what was it after? Oh.
What's up?
We got another special guest here.
Must be fucking Tuesday.
my dad's here.
His dad's
We're recording a podcast.
You're doing a podcast? This is where I wash my hands. You're doing a what?
A podcast.
A podcast. Reviewing a movie.
Hope you're not wearing a hat. You're gonna... I got waters down there if you want waters.
Oh, thanks.
I
Yeah,
want
we
to
need that.
I want you to leave the door for a couple minutes. Just let the air circulate in this fucking joint.
We'll close it because we're recording something.
Recording.
Alright, hell yeah. I just thought about this. Fuck yes.
I can't because it'll mess with the audio. Okay, that was Nick's dad.
We'll cut that out.
I'll probably just leave it in.
Or not, yeah, we'll leave it in. Screw it.
Hey, raw cut.
That was fucking great.
Raw cut.
So yeah,
Hope you guys
so
are
you were
enjoying-
talking about
Hope you guys are enjoying so far.
you were talking about the cat and then
Poor cat. Poor fish.
oh yeah, the club scene.
club
Yeah,
scene.
there was they killed a bunch of so many weird like abused and dead animals on the set of this movie. Anyway,
The director did not like fish.
yeah, the director wasn't messing with fish. Speaking of fish, there's like back to the club scenes. There's a scene where like the main guy,
Yes.
he's like, I guess he gets like
He's just
drunk
like
out of his mind.
He's wasted, and he
at
just
this
sees
club.
everyone's head just turns like to fish heads.
He starts like
It's
hallucinating.
some weird, funky music. The music I was kind of vibing with until we get to the shot like he's looking up, and then everyone's head just changes to a fish head.
Yeah, it's like a corny, like it's like a weird psychedelic '70s club where everybody's like on drugs and like dancing and stuff.
And I'm like, what
But
am I
and this
watching?
one dude is like he's like drunk and he starts hallucinating and everybody in the club dancing has fish heads, and it's honestly probably the weirdest fucking thing I've ever seen in a
Yes.
movie in my life.
It's indeed weird to see that. It was I don't know. I just never seen anything like that. Just people just
And, like,
dancing
why?
And I don't know.
Like, what did that do for the plot? The
Nothing
guy was
really,
hallucinating.
I don't know. He was just drunk. It's
guess.
just probably telling kids not to drink alcohol. This movie shows a lot. Just like not polluting. Like
yeah,
do not
this is like
pollute.
super anti-pollution.
Yeah.
Like this is
Because there's a lot
save
of that.
the
Like,
environment.
even though the what was it? The
Like you
animation
thought
was
Godzilla wanted you to save the environment. This HEDORAH guy is like,
Like I don't know if you guys know who AVGN is. But he pointed out how Godzilla in this movie is like not like a superhero character, but like one of those like weird lame characters. Like, hey, save the Earth, man.
yeah,
It's
like
good.
Godzilla
Like, one of
just
them
wants to
lame
kind
ways.
of. He went from being like a master of destruction to kind of just
Just
like,
like a weird hero character.
Captain Planet. You know what I mean?
Captain Planet.
Yeah, I mean HEDORAH's design was cool. Like
Yeah,
I said, he
was
looked
gonna
like a
ask you.
Scooby Doo
I was
character.
gonna ask you, what do you think of HEDORAH's design?
I like it's really cool. I actually like it. It's really funky,
I
but
couldn't-
it's so unique.
I don't know how to describe it to anyone.
So
Like we call,
imagine like
the only thing
a
I got
pile-
out of it was just vagina eyes.
Well, yeah. So imagine like a pile of seaweed and like gunk and
yeah,
like
just gray seaweed.
like
Just-
shit, basically a pile of shit. Like, but it's shaped like someone's ass. Like he's got like a butt head.
Yeah, because
If that makes sense.
his head was stumping.
Yeah, dude.
When he was about to do
he
his,
had,
little,
like,
his eye ray or
giant
whatever.
butt cheeks on his head, and then his eyes are like these weird like I don't even know what. Like they look like cat eyes, but not really.
I was fascinated by the eyes. I kept pointing the eyes out a lot.
Yeah.
I
mean,
liked the eyes design.
the effects on his eyes were cool
Yeah, the way they made him close his eyes too.
and like light up and stuff.
What did you think of the fight scenes?
Like between Godzilla and
And HEDORAH.
yeah, I mean those were cool.
We saw better.
We've seen better. I mean,
We watched Godzilla vs. Megalon.
Yeah, that was great.
We'll make a video on that one too.
yeah, I can't wait for that one. That was my favorite.
We'll have to like just think on top of our head, unless Nick wants to just go back and just watch some scenes from the movie and just refresh it.
Dude, it was so
It'll be
good.
my fourth time watching it, but it'll be Nick's second time watching it, just going back to see some scenes.
Yeah, I mean, just to take notes.
But
that was my favorite because it had Jet
as
Jaguar.
of so far,
But we're getting off topic.
Yeah, well, that's for another day.
Yeah,
But,
that's literally for another episode.
But no, this was fun.
Yeah, I mean, the fight scenes were fine. They were literally average.
They-
like, nothing special.
A lot of
Other than
flying-
the fact that...
a lot of flying.
Yeah,
a
so
lot-
the smog monster flies, so there was a lot of that. But
even
other
the,
than
even
that...
the Ghidorah fight, you haven't seen that. There's you gotta watch that movie too.
Yeah.
There's gonna be some of these movies you gotta watch by yourself.
Yeah, I know.
So you gotta watch Ghidorah, the three-headed monster. But that's a Godzilla movie, even though it's just called that. Even though he's like connected by a puppet, in strings, he still fights Godzilla a lot. But HEDORAH just is kind of a chicken shit.
Yeah,
isn't he?
HEDORAH doesn't fight, but
All he
granted,
does is
he's
just-
a pile of
Yeah,
shit.
all he does is just fling shit at him and just
Yeah.
leaves, and just so many
There
transformations.
is so... This movie's disgusting. Like, there is so much, like...
There's so much weird stuff
like
that happens in this.
flinging shit
Yeah.
at like there's a scene where like Godzilla where like HEDORAH like shoots like a glob of like pollution or whatever he's made of at Godzilla
Yeah,
and like it gets him right in the eyeball.
and it burns it too.
Yeah, like, and it, like,
he's covering it, and then it's like,
Immobiles him for like the rest of the fight. Like it not immobiles, but
I know you're.
what's the word?
Well, I don't have the word for it. But I know you're.
It fucks him up for the whole fight.
You guys know what he's talking about. Leave Nick alone.
Yeah. Leave me
Um,
alone. I don't know how to speak English.
what else?
So yeah, wait. There's a lot of flying from Hedorah and Godzilla.
Oh, Godzilla!
You want to tell me about when Godzilla flew
yes,
at the end?
Godzilla flies at the end. He does it twice. So what he does is he gets in this weird formation when he brings his tail around, and then he just blasts his atomic breath. And me and Nick are just looking
He
at
uses
this.
it as like a projector.
Yeah, and Nick's never seen this before, and I've seen this most of the time. It's been mean to death, and then he just blasts his atomic breath to the floor, and then he just starts levitating, and he just goes off flying.
Yeah, dude. It's
Holding
crazy.
his tail as he's flying.
Like he sticks his tail like in between his legs, and then
Yeah.
uses his like atomic breath as like a propeller.
And then Hedorah's
Like
getting
an
away
engine,
flying.
and he just flies off backwards.
And Hedorah's getting away flying, and he just catches up.
Yeah, no, literally.
And he just-
Godzilla, who's never done this before, just like speeds up in like 2 seconds and catches Hedorah and beats him up a second time. Dude, the ending, how he like made sure that there's never another smog monster.
He dug in and
He
started
like
ripping
ripped him apart one by one.
throwing
dude.
shit everywhere.
It was crazy.
It's like you said, this is a disgusting movie.
This movie's disgusting. This movie's disturbing. This movie is trippy.
Skeletons.
Yeah, dude, there was the
There
one
were
scene
skeletons in this movie
where like there's a dude who like got covered in the pollution and his like skin melts off his
'cause
body and the kid like touches the skeleton.
yeah, Hedorah flies over, and I don't know, it was something with the gas that flies over, and it
Yeah.
killed a lot of people, and then they start deteriorating, and you see it too, like it's like this weird little freeze frame that it just keeps changing, but no, you see them turn to skeletons, and this is a kids movie,
Yeah, I mean,
so don't pollute, kids.
yeah, I guess don't pollute or
Don't pollute, or
that'll happen.
or a giant shit monster name.
Yeah,
Hedorah
the giant
will-
shit monster. What else we got here? Yeah, I have written here eye for an eye,
Eye for
referring to
an
the
eye,
scene. Yeah,
yes, 'cause
so
Godzilla gets his eye messed up, and then Godzilla repays by messing up Hedorah's eye.
yeah, they literally knock each other's eyes out.
That was good. That was cool.
And then there's like that one random scene in the field towards the end. Not even towards the end, but there's like a one random scene. There's 2 kaijus on the loose. They know Godzilla's out there. They know the smog monster's out there. Not only is the smog monster just a kaiju, but like it's pollution.
Yeah.
So they shouldn't be outside. And they're all like, it's like they're all drugged up and stuff, like dancing. You know, it's the 70s.
Yes, it
Funky
is.
music. It's great.
Funky music.
Like in the middle of a field in the middle of the night, and then they bring the kid. Like, why? Why is the child partying?
These
with them,
parents are horrible.
Horrible parents.
I couldn't even tell you that.
I don't understand Japanese, so I don't even know if they were his parents, but if they were,
Nick, can you look up the cast for this movie?
Yeah.
I need to know who the kids' parents' names are.
we literally don't know the characters' names.
Because I couldn't even tell you one of their names. I just kept referring to the kids, the kid, and the parents as the parents. I don't know
mean,
anyone else's name.
I'm a very casual Godzilla fan, so like I don't really watch for the
Yeah,
story
guys,
or
come
the
on,
characters.
guys, he's still learning.
I just like seeing the giant rubber suits.
Yeah, he's showing me
fight
these
each
posters
other.
right now. These posters are pretty lit. I think they're cool. I think Hedorah's design is cool. Godzilla's design is probably one of the weakest in this franchise. So
Yeah,
far.
he's really skinny
He's
in
really
this one.
cross-eyed in this movie.
Yeah, that too.
I'm not gonna say I'd rather have Son of Godzilla's design. That was bad. His little derpy look is.
You talking about his son or him?
No, him. Because
Yeah,
they did that
kinda
so he
looked
can look
derpy.
just like his
Yeah,
son.
probably to look more like his kid.
Because if you did one of the originals, he would look nothing like his kid.
That's probably my personal favorite so far. Not the best movie, just my personal favorite.
He is a Manila fan.
Just because I love the character,
Manila is
Godzilla's
a
son.
divisive fan. Either you like him or you hate him.
Yeah.
There's no middle ground. There's
Dude.
not. Yeah, he's okay. No.
Josh, our friend Josh was texting me the other day because I was texting him about Godzilla stuff, and
Does
he
he
was
hate
like,
him?
he hates him, like, passionately. I'm like, I've never seen you so angry about something. Like, he was...
We gotta bring Josh to this show.
Yeah, we definitely gotta... Dude, the Son of Godzilla episode, we gotta get Josh on. It'll be funny.
Oh, let's do the second movie. Because you already watched the first one, so let's watch the second one. Godzilla's Revenge, or whatever they changed the title to.
Dude,
look
that
at What do
movie
they change
is
the title to?
horrible.
What's Godzilla's Revenge called nowadays? Because I know they changed the title. I don't know what it's called now.
We're getting so off on a tangent, but
But it's okay. It's all right. It's my podcast.
But it's perfect. I mean, the movie went off on multiple tangents.
Yeah, it's all right. It's still in the... What are you looking at?
I forgot to finish typing.
He just typed in Godzilla, guys. Oh my
That's
god.
it. Just Godzilla. Yeah, Godzilla's Revenge was bad.
Yeah, this is one of the
All Monsters
worst rated
Attack?
movies. Yeah, All Monsters Attack is what it's known for now. But I grew up... 'cause I
Neither
saw-
of the titles make sense.
Yeah, because
Like, that's not
it's
better.
at the end of the, it's a kid's dream. So at the end of the day, it doesn't make sense for the title.
Yeah.
Nick's gonna see a character called Gabra, who is basically the
Yeah.
bully of the movie. By the way, that is a
Yeah, that's...
Godzilla's design in that movie already is derpy.
Yeah, Godzilla anytime he
I love
appears,
Godzilla, guys. I love Godzilla.
Yeah, but anytime he appears alongside his son, they make him like look so ugly for some reason.
He does not look good. I know this movie's reputation for a lot of stock footage, but there is a lot of new footage at the same time. Because this movie, what I've heard, has been only filmed for 3 weeks. So there's a lot of stock footage involved in this, but that's okay. But anyways, back to this movie that we're...
Yeah, I mean, Godzilla versus the smog monster.
Godzilla
it was
versus
weird.
the smog
It was
monster.
gross. It was disturbing. But it was funky. It was charming. It had the 70s charm. Like, it was charming in the same way that Scooby-Doo's dog shit animation is charming. Or like, you know what I mean?
Yes. I liked it. We're going to do this. This is how we're going to do ratings here. This will be our first one. We're going to do 1 through 10. We're going to have to do decimals.
Yeah.
Just because there's 37...
One bite. Everybody knows the rules.
Because there's 37... there's 37 movies.
Yeah.
So we can't have 8, 8, and 8, and 8. We can't give you an 8.
And like one of them significantly worse than the other 8. You know what I mean?
This is out of the 3 we watched. This is the worst one we watched.
Yeah, definitely.
I think me and you gave. I saw on my phone. I can't check it now because I'm recording. But I think I know I gave Godzilla Megalon an 8, and I gave Son of Godzilla a 7.3.
I haven't ranked any of the movies I've seen yet because I was waiting until we did this.
Yeah,
but
if you had to do the top of your head right now,
off the top of my head, Godzilla vs. Megalon is like...
You enjoy that more with Jaguar?
That was my favorite one. Godzilla vs. Megalon was a solid, like 8-9 or a 9-0. Like, it was good.
High. That's high.
It's like... But it's a low high.
Even it's high
you know
for
what I
me
mean?
with my 8.
I really enjoyed it. The aesthetic, Jaguar, like everything. I really messed with that movie. Like, I found myself very interested, despite the fact that I didn't know the language. And Son of Godzilla, it was fine. It was like a 7.5, 7.6.
7.5.
Yeah, I mean, it was cool on the island. It was very Gilligan's Island-esque.
The ending is funny.
The ending is funny.
They freeze.
Well, no, the ending's... I forgot about the ending. Bump it up to an 8.7.
Yeah,
Officially
8.7.
8.7.
It's a nice wholesome ending.
The ending's really nice.
It's tough to steer.
But
He just
this
does it.
one,
Be a nice one.
Godzilla versus HEDORAH. Godzilla versus the smog
Godzilla versus
monster.
HEDORAH. Since you were the guest, I'm going to let you go first.
I'll go
Your
first?
ranking. Yes. And remember, at the end of the day, you have to be brutally honest here.
Yeah. I mean, it was really disturbing.
It was slow.
Yeah, it was really slow.
It was a
I was
slow
bored,
one.
but
It was
listen,
moments
I mean-
I almost fell asleep in, and I just was like, yeah, let me get to
Yeah.
it. And I kept telling, I thought the movie was over for a couple times, and
literally, I thought it had
telling
like
Nick,
3
is this movie
endings.
over yet? He kills HEDORAH the first time, and I'm like,
Yeah,
okay,
he
it's
kills
over.
HEDORAH twice.
And then HEDORAH just comes out of a cocoon and just flies away. And I'm like, oh, it's still going. and then
that's
the
when
music starts kicking as he's flying. I'm like, okay, the movie's just chasing him and they're leaving.
Yeah, maybe that's
But
like
no,
they're
it
riding
keeps
off
going.
into the sunset.
In 10 more minutes, it still goes. And I'm like, oh my God.
Yeah,
And then it finally ends. And God's, we didn't even talk about this. We need to talk about this real quick.
What?
The telepathic kid. Talking
Oh
to
my God, dude.
talking.
Don't even get me started on this freaking
We're about to
kid.
rate the movie, but we forgot to even talk about it. I didn't even write it down.
Yeah, I know. It was just
He's
it baffled me.
God,
Like,
telepathically, this kid, the kid, we're calling it.
yeah, his name's Kid.
Starts talking to Godzilla telepathically. And he knows when he's coming over, and he says,
Yeah, he like communicates
he-
with Godzilla through his brain.
I think he says, thank you, Godzilla, and he starts walking away. He's like, goodbye, Godzilla.
Yeah.
And then Godzilla looks at the kid, so he understands him.
My
He
headcanon-
nods and leaves, and I'm like, oh my God.
My headcanon is that's the same kid from the next movie. Or no, it's the same kid from whatchamacallit, who sees like Manila in his dream.
Oh,
Revenge of Godzilla or whatever. It's the same kid. He had the dream with Godzilla, and then he woke up, and he's like, and then this movie happens.
Yeah.
That's my timeline.
That is.
But yeah, this movie was really slow.
Yep, rating, here we go.
It was really slow. However, there were like, not moments that caught me like, whoa, that's cool, but moments that caught me like, what the fuck is happening? You know what I mean? It was a really weird movie, but like, it had some awkward 70s charm to it. I have to give this one like a, just because of how like funky it is. I'm just a sucker for that stuff. Like, this movie's like a solid 7-8.
7-8, that's high for this.
Yeah.
But I respect yours.
No, it's like a 7-6 actually.
Yeah.
I'll give it
There's
a 7-6.
a lot of stuff I don't like about this.
Yeah.
A lot of freeze framing, a lot of silent scenes. I showed Nick.
Oh my God, yeah,
Nick
there's so
was
many scenes.
he went to get something out of his desk, and his desk is behind the TV. And there's this one scene where this building's collapsing and there's just no audio.
I was like,
and I
is it
said, Nick,
buffering?
I said, Nick, come here. And I'm like, no, this is the actual movie. I thought I hit silence. I thought I hit the mute button.
Nah.
But no. I guess the director said silence. I don't know how to react to it. I liked HEDORAH's design. I'm not a fan of Godzilla's design. Human characters were a little weak. The kid was the best, even though he was still partially weak as well. He had more balls than his dad, though. His dad's face gets wiped in half, but the kid's arms gets burned, and he's like, I'm still going to go out there and find Godzilla.
No, literally the dad's, or whatever he is, the guy.
Easy payday.
Yeah, he's literally just laying in bed with half his face covered for the whole movie.
And I forgot the wife. I don't even think I really had any character.
Girl. Oh, and there was the stripper.
Yeah, the stripper. I think she's only there for one scene, and they just run to a car, and they just talk, and like, yeah, by the way, I'm not going to be in the movie anymore.
Yeah, I mean, it's a weird movie.
I'm going to give the movie, honestly, a 6.3.
6.3. Yeah, I mean, I figured you were going to be rougher on it than I was.
There's a lot I don't like, and this is not a movie I would go back to say, hey, I want to watch this with you again.
Dude, it's such a wild
We would go back only for the funniest scenes.
Yeah, literally, I would go back to,
for the story.
On it. But that's really why I wanted to watch it in the first place. I never take these movies seriously.
I would not go back for seriously just to see this movie and be like, yeah, pollution's serious. I mean, it is serious. Don't take that as a joke, guys.
It's a giant commercial for like...
It is literally...
It's a giant PSA not to pollute.
Toho was like, how do we stretch a commercial out to an hour and 30 minutes using Godzilla?
About how to not pollute.
Yes.
Yeah, but I gave it a 7.3.
Yeah, and I'll give
it
a
7.6.
You said 7.6, and I'll give it a 6.3.
Yeah.
So,
but yeah, it's not bad.
Write those down. But at the end of the day, it's a movie.
It's definitely a movie.
It's a show movie. It lives by it.
If you take acid, you should not watch it.
We're not endorsing
or watch it. I don't know.
We're not endorsing that.
Well, yeah, drugs are bad, but like
drugs
if you don't listen to us, watch this movie while you take them.
Watch this movie. If you want to watch something just wacky and crazy, 70s,
psychedelic as hell,
just watch this.
Thanks for having me. Yeah. I appreciate it.
Anything else you want to talk about? Like anything else you have anything else to say before we roll out?
I'm excited to be on more episodes. I hope I'm not a one and done.
Yeah, no, definitely.
I hope I'm not only good for the shit monster.
So, guys, we'll be recording an episode every week. We won't have a specific date, but an episode will be out every week. Because I'll be filming with Nick probably every Tuesday.
Yeah.
Because that's both our days
I'll be in
off.
a bunch of these episodes.
So, yeah, he'll be here for the journey. We'll be having another special guest. Yeah. And that'll be fun. Hopefully, we can get Josh in.
Yeah, we'll have plenty of special guests. Plenty of people to talk about Godzilla with.
Download Discord. Accept the Discord invitation.
Yeah, including myself.
Yes, and he'll be in. And look at that. So, if I ever get, I could probably stream the movie to you guys online.
Yeah, there you go.
And then there you go.
We can have a watch party.
Yeah, me, Greg, and you could just have a watch party watching it and just relax.
Live stream it?
Yeah.
Hell yeah, dude.
It'll be easy.
Let us know if you guys want to see that.
Yeah. I'll have a Discord community for the public to be open if you guys are interested. I'll have the ground rules, obviously. I'll have my modders help you guys out. At the end of the day, this movie was solid. 6.3 for me, 7.6 for Nick.
Not bad. Silly, trippy, disturbing, gross.
Oh,
fun.
The kids' toys.
Bro,
he had Godzilla merch before.
Bro, he had Godzilla merch before.
Nick said that was me.
That's literally Jake, bro.
I hate the smog monster for shitting all over him.
Yeah.
He pooped all over him. But at the end of the day, thank you, Nick, for coming by the podcast.
I couldn't wait. I'm excited for the next one.
And I hope you guys really did enjoy this. We'll be posting more. I'll see you guys soon.
Peace.